What's going on, guys? Today we'll be going through the top 5 best gmod Star Wars RP servers. This list will contain only highly active servers that I picked out based on my 1000 hours of playing Star Wars RP. I've managed to play pretty much every server, big or small, and I've picked out the top 5 best for you to play and enjoy. Something you should keep in mind as we go through the list is that every server is so different. Most of the servers on this list will provide unique experiences for each player. I use footage from each server in the video so you can get a feel for the maps. So let's get right into it. First at number 1 we have Astolfo Imperial RP. This server is one of the best gmod Star Wars RP servers out there. Despite having new in the title, the server's been around for over a year now, and it's number 1 for a multitude of reasons. The first being the community this server has. In gmod, the community is what really makes a server, and Astolfo is no exception. The community is full of creative players who are for the most part given full creative control when it comes to providing a unique and fun experience for everyone. The next thing that puts this server at number 1 for me is the staff team. Unlike most other servers, it isn't littered with power-hungry child admins who punish you just for laughs and giggles, which is always a good thing to see in a gmod server. My last thing to mention about the events is that it's done on a schedule where the event planning team members take turns hosting the events 4 times per day, giving a unique twist to the server as opposed to other servers that only do 1 event per day or sometimes even less frequently. And the last thing to mention about this server is the map. The base map itself, Star Destroyer, is a good one, but the custom builds and the way every space is utilized in a clean way is impressive and creates a great RP experience. Next at number 2 on the list we have Dauntless Clone Wars RP. This one is a bit different to Astolfo due to being Clone Wars as opposed to Imperial. Dauntless is a serious RP server with a highly active community, usually averaging 30 plus players, which is pretty good in the Star Wars category. The server is also mostly based on a European time zone, meaning players in America will need to be on slightly early as the servers die out as it hits the early hours of the morning in the UK. I don't have too much else to add about this server. It runs in a similar structure to the first server I mentioned before, and the community on the server is great too. The thing that puts this server at number 2 as opposed to number 1 for me is the staff team. The server does have some pretty power hungry admins which decreases the overall experience a little. However, if you are a purely serious RP player, then this should be no problem for you. The majority of the members are great and make the server a fun experience. The last thing I have to mention about Dauntless Gaming is the size of the map compared to the player base. Due to the server being a Clone Wars server, the map is huge and can sometimes create moments of boredom, due to all the different RP scenarios going on and being so far away and spaced out from each other. Now at number 3 on the list we have Gaminglight Imperial RP. This server is completely different to the others so far as for the experience this server provides. This server is one of the most popular servers in the Star Wars category, maintaining its reputation as a semi-serious RP. When the duck walked up to the lemonade stand and he said to the man, Gaminglight has a majority North American player base, therefore meaning European players will need to be on late to play on this server at peak times. While overall the server is great for the people who play on it full time, new players will have a harder time fitting in as they hold bias for long term members over new ones. In staff situations and RP scenarios, aside from that, Gaminglight it does have its good parts. One of those being the fully customized map it uses based on the Star Destroyer. This will bring a unique playing experience as no other Star Wars servers are using this map. The community on this server is great, similarly to the other servers I've mentioned previously. There's a lot of bias and power hungry admins on Gaminglight, which is unfortunate due to the server having much potential with the huge player base it owns. However, this server does not have mandatory training, which is the big bonus for a lot of the more experienced players in Star Wars RP.
Million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible. Stop